What's up YouTube, 24 Trigger here, and today I will be bringing you a deck profile of my Macro Beat deck. Now, I know Macro being the sole focus of a deck doesn't seem like a good idea, but it actually is. And this deck is kinda anti-meta and trollsy. So let's get right into the deck profile. First we got 3 Caius. This is your main boss monster. Tribute summon it, and if that goes through, you banish any problematic card. And if you happen to banish a dark monster, the extra 1000 burn damage is very nice. Next up, 3 DD Survivor. This is your main beat stick. And if it gets banished while face up, once per turn, you can return it to the field. Well, by return, I mean special summon it back to the field. Next, DD Warrior. This one, if your opponent attacks it, or if you decide to attack something, this one you have to banish. While DD Warrior Lady, you don't have to banish, which is why I think Warrior Lady is better. Yeah, 3 Warrior, 3 Warrior Lady, 3 DD Assailant. If it's destroyed by battle with an opponent's monster, this one you also have to banish both. Gets you out of sticky situations. 2 DD Crow. If you don't have D Fissure or Macrocosmos out, you can use this effect. And you can just pitch it to the graveyard and banish any card in your opponent's graveyard. Excuse me. Next, Gren Maju Daiza. This deck can banish a lot of cards, so you summon this, and you count up your banished cards, and you multiply it by 400, and that's all this guy really does. And lastly for monsters, 1 Golden Homunculus, the same as Gren Maju Daiza, but you have to tribute summon him. He starts out at 1500 for each, and only gains 300 instead of 400 for each stat. Alright, on to spells. 3 Dimensional Fissure. This stops pretty much anything that likes to use monsters going to the graveyard, such as Dragon Rulers with the babies. They go bye-bye. Next, I got 2 Noblemen of Crossout, hit pesky face down monsters, maybe hit a flip effect. There are no flip effect monsters in this deck, so you get a free shuffle if you hit a flip effect. And also have 2 Noblemen of Extermination. This hits back row, but only face down back row. And if you hit a trap, you gotta be kind of hopeful you don't hit one of your traps, because if you hit from like a D prison, you're out all of them, and that's really bad. Excuse me. Next, 1 DDR, Different Dimension Reincarnation. This brings back any of your banished monsters in attack position. And it can really get you out of some sticky situations, because let's say you have like a DD Crow in your hand and you have like your macro out. You go DDR, pitch your Crow, get back like your Caius or your Survivor or your Homunculus, and proceed to clean house from there. Next, I only had room for 2 MST in the main deck. I needed to put these in. These were a late edition, but I needed these because of more back row heavy decks. And 2 Noblemen of Extermination wasn't really cutting it. I think I had 3 and 3 on the Noblemen, so I just made it 2 and 2 and put in 2 MST. Alright, that's it for spells. On to traps. 2 Macrocosmos. I don't have room for 3, otherwise I would run 3. But they also get kind of cloggy, so you really only need 2. Next, I play 3 Dimensional Prison. This is a macro deck, so 3D Prison is very nice to have. 2 Bottomless, obligatory, because it's macro. only really had room for one Mirror Force, though. Mirror Force can help you because it banishes all your opponent's stuff, and then you're free to go right at their life points. And speaking of going at their life points, 2 DD Dynamite. You're going to be banishing a lot of both players' cards, and this card has won me so many games because no one sees it coming. You're playing macro, they sort of know what you're doing, but I play some cards that not a lot of people play in a macro-based deck, such as this DD Dynamite. Your opponent loses 300 life points for each one of their banished cards. I'd say that's pretty good. And then lastly for traps, 1 return from a different dimension, half your life points to swarm the field. Not bad, not good. Sometimes though, because it's warningable. And then you're out half your life points. So oh yeah, one more couple combos, I guess. Like tribute summon the Caius while you have this on the field. Like main phase 2, you tribute summon your Caius, banish this, do 1000 damage, and then this returns during the end phase. And these hit Imperial Iron Wall because Imperial Iron Wall kills every card in the deck except the MSTs and Mirror Force. So yeah, and once they flip up the Iron Wall, it can't be destroyed by Nobleman of Extermination, I think. But yeah. Well, that's the deck profile. 24 Tributor signing out.